Mercy Wesitula takes the court, replacing Wanjiro, the libero. And it will be Lea Ndeso who will be serving for KCB. Esther picks it. Wanja, not the best set from Wanja. Catching Ruth off guard.
The coach there picking that up really nicely, but Ruto, I think Wanja just takes that as her fault. Still with the service, KCB. Again, the coach, Emma Jeff Kosgei, picks it. Makuto.
Simple spin.
They couldn't agree again.
Confusion
but the libero
in setting.
Picks it.
Lucy Chege, Wanja.
Still in play.
Ruto. Makuto
waits, observes. Not the best of picks there.
Wesitula picks it. Esther.
Makuto.
Again, it's a simple tap. Mashira with that attack.
And it flies out of court. It's a beautiful display. Look at that
nice
replay.
display.
The swing was right, but just too much power. Wanja with that service. And they were not able to pick that up.
Their lesson there, actually, Lea Ndeso, I beg your pardon, failing to pick that ball. Wanja with the service once again. Halima, Lea Ndeso, Wanja.
Playing from the backcourt there.
Lucy Chege,
Makuto.
Asha Makuto again. It's coming back, slowly but surely.
Pick it again. The coach, Kenya Pipeline. Makuto!
Again,
that beautiful finish.
Gladys Wangoi saves it. It will be Lea Ndeso to finish it.
Nicely picked again.
Wanja once again. Ball is too close to the net.
It's too close to call. And it's called by the referee. Back on level terms.
Halima Bakari with that serve. Wanja, who will it be? Wanjiro.
Wanjiro is back on court.
Halima, Marianne.
Makuto picks it up. Is it Makuto? Yes, it is. Still in play.
Well, according to the referee, it did not go across the net. A lot of difficulty jumping today.
But great effort nonetheless.
A lot of effort.
From Asha Makuto. It's an overpass.
And yet again, that jumping bit not really coming to play. Like the heart wants, it really wants. But the body decides, no, it's not happening. Mashira with that. Gladys Wangoi, who will it be? Salome Wanjala, beating them at their own game.
Ruth Ruto there wasn't able to go after that. Look at her attempting.
There was no catching that.
KCB with another service. Makuto picks it nicely. Wanjiru sets
Chege.
it.
Is it out?
Chege with that attempt, but it goes out of court. And KCB Legions slowly pulling away, leading with 2 points.
The scores are KCB at 5, KPC 3.
Another service by KCB. Asha picks it nicely.
Chege with that spin,
Chege.
still in play. Well picked
Chege
by the
again.
libero. Chege again. Lea Ndeso.
Nice
Halima
set there.
Bakari.
Oh,
Salome Wanjala really trying to hit that ball along the line, but it doesn't go across the net. Asha Makuto goes on to serve. Asha Makuto with that service. Looks like it was flowing out of court. Salome Wanjala again trying a replica of what she did earlier on. Esther Jepkoskei, a simple spin. It's on court. Really looking to make sure that the positioning of this team, Kenya Commercial Bank Legends, and then knowing really where to place that ball. Asha Makuto back at the service. Mayo picks it. A simple spin. Well picked. Asha Makuto. The coach is really not jumping. She's using her height and the spin of that ball.
Yes, it's almost like what we saw yesterday with the prison side with Mayo, I think.
Indeed, indeed.
Taking advantage of the height there. Or they're making a change.
Seems to be a change. Lea Ndeso steps out and in comes Emma Nangami. And Mashira still at the service court. Asha Makuto. Wanja.
Oh, very quick hit down the middle there.
We are back, basically.
Coordination, beautiful coordination there.
And the jump is there.
Yes, it
really is there.
Look at that replay.
And the KPC have finally caught up with the scores, 6 each. Salome Wanjala, Wanjiro.
Wanjiro picks it.
Wanja. Lucy Chege being too fast.
Another attempt at playing that middle ball there. Doesn't go as planned. Chege picks it.
Too close to the net, but Chemutai manages to finish it, though it goes out of court.
Oh, that was a close one.
Wanjala serving that ball on the net. Ruth Ruto steps back in. KCB 8, Kenya Pipeline 7.
Another error in service from the KPC side. They go to serve KCB. It is Musembi, the captain, Damaris. And it's another error.
And the scores stand at 9 for Kenya Pipeline and KCB.
It's actually
8 for Kenya Pipeline, KCB 9. Chemtai with that service. Picked by Salome, Halima. Mayo.
Oh, that is
blocked by Ruth.
Beautiful defense there. Ruth Ruto and Wanja. It's a nice combination.
Gladys Wangoi picking that. Emma Nangami.
Still in play.
Wanja, Ruto, Gladys. Eunice Mayo with that dodge.
Still in play. Nicely saved there by Asha Makuto. You can see her
Gladys
running back
Wangoi
to
again.
defend.
Emma Nangami.
Asha Chege.
Halima, Ruth.
Still in play. Miraculously
Eunice Mayo, it's going to be
water.
Emma Nangami.
Shaping up to be a very beautiful rally there.
Very interesting play
tries
here.
Going down again, the second incident we are seeing. She is the most agile, I think, of that group.
Indeed, indeed she is.
Chege picks it. Ruth Ruto.
Ruth Ruto with that simple tap of the ball.
Very little jumping involved.
And a whole lot of height. That is really, really working for the Kenya Pipeline side. A lot of tall individuals on court.
It's the score that counts, either way.
The score that counts.
Slip picked by the libero there.
Wanja
again. Makuto.
Trying as much as she can not to touch the net. Salome saves it. Wanja looks Gladys Wangoi with that save.
Opportunity.
Or will it be Emma Nangami? Not really prepared for that ball.
The setter trying to diversify there and even play those balls from the backcourt. But they're not able to take advantage of that. In the quest, I think, to confuse that blocking line by KPC. We are seeing Wanja playing really well here.
Gladys Wangoi.
Another
Salome Wanjala. Wanja with that set.
Wanjiro.
Again, Gladys with that save.
Can they agree to another one?
Asha Makuto.
And it's a left hand
Finish.
flick.
And a total lack of communication.
Look at
that. Nobody attempted.
The thumbs up after that score is what is exciting.
Absolutely.
And the fans here continuing to get entertained. Another point there. I think beautiful service from Wanja.
Very wonderful service from Wanja.
It's
the scores are Kenya Pipeline 13, KCB 10.
It's a timeout for the Kenya Commercial Bank side. Legends there. The coach is having that conversation with them. And we are going to cross over there, sort of try and listen in to what they are going to say. They're being ladies, they are trying to re-energize, and it's time for them to get back on court.
I think both teams are really depending on the few players who are still active in volleyball in different capacities, but still active. It goes a long way in helping the team. The desperation with the little movement that is happening on court. The likes of Wanja, Salome Wanjala, Eunice Mayo, who are still actively involved in the volleyball field right now, going a whole lot of way in saving the team right now.
Does it cross? Oh, yes, it does. And Ruth Ruto there is present. Wanja again with the service. 4 scores ahead. Kenya Pipeline. Pick it nicely. KCB. Chege tries setting it. Makuto with that finish. What's it going to be? Goes out of court. But the second referee thinks that there was a net offense. It actually goes out of court, but the second referee with that ruling doesn't quite cross over. And Wanja is having that conversation with Asha Makuto there on what should have happened. KCB the service again. Chege picks it up nicely. 1-0 with that spin. Still in play. Nicely picked up again by 1-0. Makuto this time around.
Makuto, a simple spin.
Another dodge.
Salome Wanjala trying the same thing she did. Makuto.
And it is in court. I think this is one of the hardest hits that we've seen in this match.
She's getting there slowly but surely.
Look at that replay. Goes for the long diagonal there, hitting it across court. There is a change by Kenya Commercial Bank. Halima steps out for Caro, and the other change is for Jen Mwai and Ruth Ruto. That is a change that just happened. Do we have any comments online, Flo?
Well, a lot of us, Albert is saying that he was lucky enough to see all of the players on court today in their heydays. So I'm sure he's really enjoying what is happening on court today. Timo, who is asking the final match for the men, KPA versus Trailblazers. Timings, we are not sure about that, but it will indeed be the last match of the day. We'll communicate with you on when it will start. Just keep it locked. Keep checking the Homeboys Radio YouTube channel.
Wanja steps out. Being replaced by Beatrice Koba, who is the captain of that team. legend in her own right, Koba. KCB with that service, nicely picked up. Look at that set.
Wanjiru
playing it high.
Peak. Mashira
still picked up.
Again, it will be Wanjiru.
Wanjiru decides to spin it. There is another net offense, and KCB catching up. It's only 1 point now that is left. Look at that replay there. It's a block touch.
And the scores are really looking interesting in this set.
It's not predictable.
And that
like
beautiful
attempt
dive
by Koba there.
Koba could easily be in her 50s, if you ask me right now. It's been
For
long
sure.
since these players graced the court. And interesting to see that they still can actually try and do it despite the long time.
Kenya Pipeline timeout. It's level here. 15-15. And it's a point for a point, with Kenya Commercial Bank pulling a catch-up. But that is what's happening here. Such a beautiful display of the game, even after several years of being out of court. But they are, playing competitively in this particular match.
There's really a lot that can be learned by the younger players right now, seeing that even after so long, they still can do something on court.
Koba with that attempt at saving that.
Maputo.
But that coordination there didn't work. If Kenya Commercial Bank win this set, then the set that would follow would be the last one.
Indeed, actually, if Kenya Pipeline sees, indeed, it's a best of three.
Yes. So if
Yes,
it's 1-1, then they'll have to go for the decider.
But if Pipeline manage to
Wanjiru
pocket
again.
this,
Wanjiru failing to finish that. And you can see having the conversation there with Koba, asking her to just set that ball high. KCB have been consistent with that service. And just before I completed that sentence, she serves it on the net. And it's Makuto there going to serve. It is Wanjiru who is stepping out to be replaced by Chepkoech Chumo. Chepkoech Chuma
some of these
steps in there.
faces have not been seen for a decade.
There's an issue there with the handling of that ball. The referee calls it. Makuto with the service. I think there's an issue with the scores there.
Wonderful save there.
There's
a
a net offense by the Kenya Commercial Bank side.
Wanjala had her hands on the net in an attempt to dunk that ball. Asha Makuto now just a simple standing serve. She was well known for powerful jump service back in the day.
Another issue again there with the ball handling by the Kenya Commercial Bank side. Wanja, I think, will come back. And both teams, I think, are making substitution in as far as their setting department is concerned. And it's 18-18.
Halima Bakari comes back on court. An interesting comment here by Elijah Busiri, the setter for the Kenya Ports Authority that will be playing the final later on, saying that it's an interesting match and he's getting tips for his final match later in the day.
Libero Kenya Pipeline wasn't able to pick that up. Look at that. Nice hit. And it's KCB back in the lead. Just a point. Makuto tries to dive in and pick that up, but she sends that ball flying out of court. Kenya Commercial Bank really banking on their services.
And they're really coming.
KCB banking
handy
on their services.
I saw what you did there. Indeed, and it's really paying off. Interest with interest.
Mashira. With that, Makuto this time around picking it up nicely. Shege slip it there.
By Mayo.
And eventually
Emma Nangami,
it is Nangami who is
careful,
not able.
but rather too careful.
Numbers here are growing as far as the fan base is concerned.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
Consulting there to just check if it is the right person who is at the service court. And it seems like so. They are allowed, each team is allowed to consult if they feel like they have
too close to the net. Salome Wanjala
there. From a distance, you can see Kenya Pipeline stepping into the arena as they ready to play the finals against KCB. The youngsters now. Another error in service by the Oilers. The Bankers leading by just a point. And it is crucial because if the Bankers lose this one, then the match ends there.
Over. Salome Wanjala with that service. Asha Makuto picks it and goes
steps in nicely
on the ground.
What a beautiful hit there.
Mayo with that pick. Emma Nangami, the simple dodge.
Goes for it.
Wanja,
Chege.
Lucy Chege. It's a point.
Another one of the very few hard hits that we've seen that is effective. Look at that replay.
And I think one of the very few players on court who are actually jumping.
For sure.
Halima Bakari not managing to make that set. And it's 22 for Kenya Pipeline and 21 for KCB. They are yet to secure a point after that 21-point mark. Remember,
yes,
KPC were trailing at 20 when they got to 21, gaining 2 consecutive points, taking them.
4 substitutions, KCB. Another error in service by Shege there. And if things continue as they are, the final substitution, I think, by KCB. Musembi Damaris stepping out for Rukia Suleiman.
Rukia serving really well. There's
a
touch of that block. Eunice Mayo trying as much as she can to block that ball. Unfortunately, it's not sufficient. That ball. We have the replay of, again, another wonderful attack from Kenya Pipeline.
Cheruto there with the service.
Halima, Leandeso, Chege.
Still in play.
Wanja with that set. Will it be
Makuto.
Asha Makuto? Goes out of court.
Goes out of court, but it's a beautiful, beautiful attempt for
very beautiful attempt.
Makuto. The consistency, I think, is what counts. Look at that jump.
Absolutely. And we are 23-23. Who will it be?
Will this be the final set? We wait and see.
Shege
picks
with
it up.
Pick.
Wanja goes for it. It is Makuto now. And this time around,
her signature move. She was really known
look at
to
the way she celebrates that.
Do a lot of
Makuto,
that.
With a broad smile on her face. I think she might have gotten a slight injury on her fingers. But it's set point for Kenya Pipeline. What
Halima,
will it be?
Mayo,
it is still in play.
Asha. It will be Asha.
Makuto.
Simple spin once again. Gladys.
Oh, they
Mayo,
couldn't agree on that.
Mashira.
Oh, it is over.
Very unfortunate.
25-23 this time round. It is
25-23.
an improvement, I think,
a
from
major
what we saw.
improvement.
Look at that replay.
major improvement. KCB, I think, put up the fight for this particular set. In the first set, they did take the lead and somehow lost it along the way. Well, congratulations to the Kenya Pipeline girls for winning this competition. And again, congratulations to KCB. I know it took quite something to bring them on court today. A lot of effort. They put up a fight. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And so they conceded that last set. And it went to the host, really, of this championship, the Kenya Pipeline Company. We will be joining my colleague, Emmanuel Yegon, shortly for the interviews with both captains for both teams and maybe also the coaches. Get a feel and a listen to what they feel and really how they think the game has progressed, changed maybe over the years since they last played, and a lot of changes having happened over the years. And finally, right now, having experienced the new volleyball that it is right now, there's a lot of changes that have happened over the years. The captain, KPC, soon to join my colleague and speak to the experience on court today. I know there will be a lot of aches at the end of the day, but it was worth it, at least for KPC, as they've managed to win in this first match of its kind that we've witnessed here at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. We'll be joining the captain soon. Celebration, pomp and color as the president, Kenya Volleyball Federation, Mr. Charles Nyaberi, joined by other dignitaries in the Kenya Volleyball Federation in congratulating the Kenya Pipeline legends for that beautiful, beautiful win. Well, coming up shortly will be the first semi-final, the ladies semi-final, featuring, ironically again, Kenya Commercial Bank and Kenya Pipeline Company as they battle it out to determine who takes the final title of the inaugural Kenya Pipeline at 50 Cup Championship. The perfect cherry on the cake for Kenya Pipeline by that win. We wait to see the captains for both teams listening in. And soon on screen again, there we have it, the president. The president saying a hearty congratulations to KCB. Yegon will be taking it away shortly with the Kenya Pipeline captain. Take it away.
That has been one of the most entertaining matches that we've watched, pitting the legends of Kenya Pipeline Company and Kenya Commercial Bank against each other. Of course, we've seen that Kenya Pipeline Company have won this match 2-0 because it was a best of 3 match. And we are going to have a conversation with one of the legends who's also the team manager of the youngsters now, Mercy Wesutia. Karibu sana. Let me ask you one question, actually. When was the last time you were on court, and how does it feel having been back on court and played and won this match?
Actually, it feels very refreshing. We always have a gym at our place, so we always keep fit. But it has taken quite a while to make both teams meet to play in a competitive environment. So today was one of our days to test our ability to come back to the game, and we are very happy we have won 2-0 against the KCB legends.
I think it is a very beautiful precursor to the match that is going to come here next with the youngsters now that you are coaching. Of course, you've said you are the team manager, assistant team manager for the young team. What are your expectations as we're ready for that finals match?
We are going in for a win. Our team is agile. They are very, very fit now. Now that we are preparing to go for the Africa Club Championship, we have trained well, and we believe that today is going to be our day to carry this trophy, most especially when we are celebrating our 50 years of being in existence. So we are very, very optimistic that we are going to carry this trophy back to KPC.
Right, asante sana and congratulations in the finals.
Thank you.
We're going to have a conversation again with the Kenya Commercial Bank captain, Legends captain, or coach, sorry, Judy Musinya. Karibu sana, Judy. Asante sana for joining us, and it's been a beautiful display by the ladies, the Legends, if you may. And as you coach them, I mean, what was these the expectations that you had before, when the match began?
No, we were hoping for a win, but game hiyo huenda vile inaenda. Kuna winner, kuna loser. So we appreciate, we've enjoyed, they have enjoyed. So next we are going to do our best. We won't be number 2, we'll be number 1 now.
Okay, I don't know if you have any interactions with the younger team, and maybe what are your expectations for them towards, as they head towards the finals?
I'm from KCB, referee, so for that I cannot comment because I'm a referee now.
Okay, so there's a bit of conflict of interest there, but asante sana, all the best in the... All right, asante sana.
Thank you.
All right, and right about now we are going to be joined by the president of the Kenya Volleyball Federation, Mr. Charles Nyaberi, aweze kuzungumza pia kuhusiana na tournament nzima and the entire volleyball fraternity. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us, and glad to have you here. Your comment generally about the entire organization of this tournament and what you think, how it helps in just building the teams, considering the fact that the ladies and even the gentlemen are preparing for the African Club Championships.
Thank you very much. As a federation and specifically the National Executive Committee, we are very, very excited, and we welcome this particular tournament with both hands for several reasons. First of all, it was very strategically timed. It comes at a time when 6 of our top clubs are going to go for Africa Cup Club Championships in Cairo. So this is a very good preparation. On top of that, it also marks the beginning of the preparation phase for our Malikia strikers who have qualified to represent Africa in the Olympic Games in August. So we are using it, besides using it to brush up a few things for the clubs, we're also using it for the members of the team of the Malikia strikers who are in the various clubs to also get a kickstart their training as it is. So it's very good, and the standards are very high, and there are also some light moments like the ones for the Legends. The Legends is not just a light moment. We intend, it's a policy of the new executive committee, to retain our players when they stop playing, when they quit top flight volleyball. We want them to transition into other roles. We want to retain them within the fold of Kenya volleyball. So it's a way of attracting them, a magnet attracting them to come and join us and remain with us.
And perhaps, Mr. President, now that we are seeing the companies like Kenya Pipeline Corporation, Kenya Commercial Bank hosting tournaments like this, are there plans by the Federation, for instance, to be able to hold such tournaments on a regular, aside from the National League?
Yeah, actually, we are already, plans are afoot, and proposals have already gone out to quite a number of the corporates. Some of them are already sponsoring us indirectly because they have fielded teams. They have teams whom they are spending on. But we also have approached them so that we can have more of these encounters, because they keep the teams on their toes. And as you'll notice, the theme for this particular Kenya Pipeline at 50 was to also try and use the best facilities, the standard facilities. That's why 95% of the matches were played indoors, so that the players can acclimatize, and for future purposes, we can also, when they go out for international competitions, the playing conditions will be the same. But our doors are open, and we're reaching out to any of the corporates, whether they have teams within our fold or not, to come forward and sponsor tournaments like this, so that our players can be kept fit and can be kept active.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
And all the best with the plans that the Federation is making. Charles Nyaberi, the President, Kenya Volleyball Federation, ladies and gentlemen. And that marks the end of that match between Legends for KCB and Kenya Pipeline Cooperation. Of course, sponsored by Kenya Pipeline Company, who have won this match between, the legends of their team and those of Kenya Commercial Bank. And the match that is coming up next is the finals between KCB again and Kenya Pipeline Company. But just before that, we are going to have a conversation with the sponsors themselves, the sponsors of this particular tournament. And yes, just joining us right now is an official of the Kenya Pipeline Company. Kindly introduce yourself, tell us your name and what you do at Kenya Pipeline.
Yes, I'm Dina Kirwa, the General Manager for Human Resource and Administration at Kenya Pipeline.
Okay, why are you doing this? Why did you see the need to be able to do this tournament or this championship, if you may? And what is it that stands out for Kenya Pipeline Company as you mark your 50 years of existence?
Yes, Kenya Pipeline marked a 50 years anniversary last year in September, and we lined up a number of activities as part of our celebration. And as you know, Kenya Pipeline has been supporting volleyball, and they have one of the best teams in this country. And that's one of the areas that was identified as part of supporting sports in the country. And we plan that we are going to sponsor the tournament so that we can bring the various teams together. And it's also very, very important that as we were planning, we wanted to make sure that, yes, we have the next generation of volleyballers, and that's why we brought the high schools. We have the current players, and then we have the trailblazers. Those are the teams and the names that were household sometimes back, just as a way of looking at volleyball from the former generations who are now mentors, who are supporters, who are referees, who are coaches, and also looking at the current teams who we are supporting that represent the country and build the football, and also looking to the future in terms of the next generation in high schools. And hopefully they will be inspired as they play in the same place with the current volleyballers who are really national, who has a national outlook in nature. For Pipeline, we support sports. We're a sporty organization, and we have supported sports for a very, very, very long time. And we want to continue supporting sports, and a lot of programs and investments now and to the future.
The things I think that around the issue of corporate social responsibility, and one of the things that I've sort of known is that even the ball managers around the court, young boys and girls whom you are supporting. Why is it so important for you to be able to support not only just the volleyball fraternity, the young ones and the legends that you are bringing together in a very, very beautiful fashion for that transition? Why is it important for the company to be able to be engaged in such projects?
Yeah, we do corporate social responsibility in several ways. I'm sure that we have a foundation, and in the foundation we are doing many, many activities. We are supporting different programs. We are cutting across different sectors. We support education, we support health, and we support many, many health facilities and many other programs that we support. But again, we are a community organization, and part of our key roles is the vision, and what we do on a daily basis is transportation of fuel. which cuts across communities across the country. So community is very key for us, and therefore we have programs that are specifically targeted to the communities, and therefore we support, and that's why one of the schools in Soweto, which is our neighborhood, was able to participate today as part of our celebration of the 50 years. So we do a lot of community support in different aspects, and the support of the school is just one of them. But we do quite a number because community is part of us and it's part of what we do.
Right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the Kenya Pipeline Company themselves on the reasons why they do what they do and even why they sponsored this particular tournament as they mark their 50 years of existence. We are going to cross over just in a bit to the final match of this tournament, and we are going to bring you highlights right now of just the match that just ended. But it is Kenya Commercial Bank and Kenya Pipeline Company who are coming up next.